Yo, peace, yo. Good morning. Yo. Just trying to get right, man, out here. Yo, man. I just want to talk to y'all, man. Good morning. Normally, this is Space Invaders TV. Normally, I'll be in the man cave, the bat cave, doing the show. But I got some errands to run. So I'm gonna talk to y'all while I'm in motion right now for that. But hey, man, peace and blessings to everybody. Today is what's today, y'all? Today the 7th. Yeah, today is January the 7th, 2020. As we seen on the 6th, January the 6th, we seen them storm the White House, but if you've been paying attention to what's been going on, these last 4 years, and the talk that, that code language, or I wouldn't even say code language, the language that Trump was talking, he knew what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? And he spoke to his base, and he was calling on them to do things, especially in these last few months here. Pretty much ever since the summer. I spoke about this several months ago. If you look back in my videos, when I talked about Trump inciting a riot, remember when he went to DC? Remember when they were protesting in DC for all the things that's been going on around the country, and people were having peaceful protests, but you had the police shooting rubber bullets and everything in DC at the protesters, and then Trump, they shot rubber bullets and almost incited a riot because they wanted to push the protesters back. So Trump can go do a photo op in front of the church and everything. Y'all remember that? So he was inciting riot back then. He been talking that talk, but he really was speaking and saying things like talking on martial law, and calling people that were protesting around the country thugs and hoodlums and gangsters. So what do you call those yesterday, Trump? See, you were a part of that, Trump. And see, they know that you were a part of it. But what's so funny to me, y'all? Hey, before I go on, man, because I'm going, man, because it's funny to me, how people notice things after the fact. But hey, man, if y'all new to the page, welcome. This is Space Invaders TV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the page. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We have friendly, good conversation over here. There's no bashing on this channel. I don't bash anybody. I just speak facts about what's going on around us, locally, nationally, and globally. I don't get into entertainment news. I only talk if it's anything concerning the entertainer. It may be something they're doing to uplift or anything. I don't even talk about entertainers I don't even talk about entertainers to tear them down or anything. I may just talk about if it has anything to do with us as the people, ground roots, like what are they doing in the community, and things of that nature. I don't get into the entertainment news, point blank, period. I don't get into it. So that's the closest I get to it. If you are all my returning subscribers, man, welcome back. Once again, peace and blessings to all of you over all of your households, and I hope that this year brings about new enlightenments and you be in prosperity. You know what I'm saying? Blessings and prosperity, man. So so moving on, man, because I really wanted to get, it took me a minute. I had to check out everything yesterday because I don't like to talk about things unless I got all, facts of what's going on. But when I heard about them storming the, storming the Senate meeting and everything, it didn't shock me, because I knew something was going to happen, because what Trump was spewing, the language he was talking. And it's amazing to me how these ignorant people are following somebody that cares nothing about them. He don't care nothing about them. What has he done for you? Unless he's financially supporting these people, or donating to their hatred causes. You know what I mean? What has he done as a president? What laws or what things has he put in motion that will help your people? These people that support him are so ignorant, because the country is really in a turmoil. And that $600, that was a slap in the face. And I feel various ways about that. One thing we all got to know, that they didn't want to give, the Senate was holding back on that, dragging their feet anyway about giving up any type of money anyway. They didn't want to give nobody nothing. Okay? It was months went by, since 6 months or so 7 months or whatever went by before anyone got, from that last stimulus. See, they were dragging their feet, and then you kept hearing about, jobs are coming back. It does, but when you say jobs are coming back, you have to elaborate on that, because maybe jobs were opening up at one point back in the summer. They were starting to come back open, but you got to understand the level of jobs. What type of jobs were these? You know what I mean? Because people have families. Some of these jobs, they may put some food on the table, but they ain't gonna keep your lights on and pay your rent. So, you know what I mean? It's like ham, no burger. It ain't gonna support everything you gonna need. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't trying to get rich, but you trying to sustain. And what type of sustainability was these jobs that they were talking about that happened to come back? So that was that. They were playing on it. They were playing on that right there, and trying to drag their feet, thinking and hoping that the country gonna open back up, and then they wouldn't have to give up no money. But then you had to think about it. How would the country open back up if the states can constantly? Everybody once one state says, the cases are rising, the state next door say their cases is rising. Everybody say their cases is rising. So how would the country open back up if the states aren't taking the proper measures? How I feel like, I'm jumping off subject a little bit, but I'm gonna come back. How I feel about the whole thing when you talk about these cases, I feel, just looking at the state that I'm in, I feel as though, attack where you have the most cases at. Concentrate on that area. Concentrate on keeping that area contained. Contain that area, that where you have the most cases at. Another thing I felt when it come around to this whole pandemic thing is, why were the airlines allowed to stay open if you stop their flights completely? Ground the flights, so it won't be no flights going in and out of nowhere. You can't carry nothing to one state to the next unless it is essential. You should not be allowed to fly. I'm sorry. If you really trying to contain this thing, because I doubt if I doubt you won't have so many people just riding to Miami across the country. You won't have that many people doing that. You know what I'm saying? So if you ground those flights, you won't be having so many people riding across the country going to California. If it ain't essential and it was for business, shut the flights down. Shut it down. Nothing come in and out. If you're trying to contain something, you're trying to get your country back in order. If you're telling people to wear masks, sanitize, wear masks, do all you can, you wearing your mask to save us the next person. Okay, great. Well, why aren't you doing all you can to make sure this Oh man, I had to check my nose. I didn't want to be talking to y'all something. No, but nah. Why don't you make sure that they're doing everything that they can do? But they kept the airlines open. People going in and out. And they keep wondering why these cases popping up in different parts of the country, or why California, why the cases popping up, why the cases popping up like this over here, back up in New York, they rising again in the tri-state. Well, if you're not shutting your airlines down, at least I would say the major airline, the international airports, I would say at least in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, blah, blah, blah. I would say you get Atlanta, North Carolina, Florida, like Miami, Orlando, all of that, Jacksonville, whatever. Shut the airlines down, man. Shut them down. California, shut those down. If it's not essential, you can't come through. If it ain't for business, you can't come through. You know what I mean? That's all you had to do. But getting back because I went off a little bit, you know what I mean? Because this whole thing has been like a rabbit hole. This whole situation has been like a rabbit hole. And my thing is, if now it's funny how yesterday with them white thugs mobbing the White House and climbing up did you see that? And then it was all like they did it all like it was for they did it and got kicks and giggles out of it. You know what I'm saying? And you traveled from wherever you traveled from. I heard somebody came from Arkansas. Obviously, we know they came from some redneck places. You know what I'm saying? You came, majority of them anyway. You traveled to D.C. to put yourself in harm's way for somebody that don't care about you and ain't done nothing for you or your people. And you so ignorant to the world is watching you that you are so ignorant that you actually think that the election was rigged. No proof was shown to you. No proof at all. But the election was rigged. And y'all going off of that and putting yourself out there, and you could possibly get killed for fighting for what? Somebody told I heard a woman, she had got maced. I seen that one lady that got maced or whatever, and she talking about, that's for the revolution. Revolution? What? Like, man, these people are so out of touch. They don't know how damn stupid they look. I will hope that they bosses, whoever, if they work, they got jobs, I hope they bosses see them wherever they work at, and I hope they fire their ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you straight broke in to like, that's federal grounds, and you did it on television. You know, it was live on TV. They caught you. Like, they got you guys' faces, and y'all thought it was all like a joke and a mockery. So if you really was serious about something, you know what I mean? I think it would have been a lot. I think y'all would have came a lot more stern than that, because it seemed like a big joke to me, you know. But the whole America got to see all you idiots. Everybody, America got to see you idiots. But, you know, they talked about Black Lives Matter, talking about trying to call Black Lives Matter gangster thugs and all of this. That bunch of thugs. There were peaceful marches. And people were being, it was agitators out there. You have police agitating the situation. You've seen it firsthand with your eyes that people were being agitated, and then things kicked off. from there. But what really got to me yesterday was the fact that, what really, got me was like, wow. So the Senate, the House or whatever, they're like, yeah, they finally started, everyone, all the different senators, had their 5 minutes to speak and everything. And it's funny how they all were, some of them, a lot of them, you heard they feared for their life. Somebody said they just wanted to get home. It was said that you heard a senator or someone saying they just want to make it home to their family, their wife and kids, when they stormed those Senate offices and meetings. And then it was funny how all of them were sitting up there talking once they came back and regrouped later on yesterday evening. It's so funny how on national TV they all sat up there, and then once they felt like their life was in danger, it took for them to feel like their life was in danger, for reality to set in for them, to see that Trump was never, and Trump was always a danger. He was never good for this country, and was a danger to this country from the get-go. It was amazing to me to see that they sat up there, and they some of them, had these speeches that was kind of, dramatic to me, because I'm like, hey man, you watch this guy for his whole presidency say disrespectful things to women, men, servicemen and women, the families of servicemen and women. He disrespect like the people that will protect him. He lied in front of he just lied on national, in front of the nation. In front of the nation on national television, just lied to people. Like as if we can't type in whatever he's saying. Like as if we don't, like as if some of us didn't know of Trump before his presidency. But see, this is what happened when you elect somebody that has no political experience at all. This guy has no political experience. And I'm trying to understand, like, that is a law that needs to be changed in there too. Because how can we live in a country that, in order for you to be in any profession, professional skilled job, you have to have training. You have to have certification. Colleges, all of these colleges we got, these trade schools, and various certificate programs. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have some certified training. So how is it the highest job in the country, in this country, the top job, which is the president, how is it that this guy hires it that you can get in the office and have no experience? How is it that you have, you got a lot of those, whether I don't, the senators, a lot of them, I'm glad that people are paying attention now. 2020, I believe, put a lot of people on the radar to understand and see now that the Senate is the ones. They control everything. That House controls everything, and that we have to pay attention to them. The president is nothing but a puppet, but we have to pay attention to them. But the president can, he's still the put in charge and the leader, and he's to set the tone for a lot of things. And he is to defend the rights, of this country. Stand up for them. So, it's just amazing to me. It's just amazing to me, how you let somebody like that in the office with no experience. He had no political background. He done nothing, and he hasn't ever done anything for anybody. So I'm trying to understand, how do you let somebody like that in the office and then get surprised? Are you surprised at his behavior? The dude didn't know anything about anything. Anybody that was around him, he fired them or they quit. People were fired, jumping ship on him and everything. People were going to jail for this guy and everything, you know, because of his behavior. So it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me how, you know, like everybody's being they're being shocked. Like, are you serious? Like, this guy showed you his hand going through the presidential debates. You know what I mean? If you didn't know anything else. So it's just amazing to me, like, people are so jaded and cloudy in the brain that they you know, until it affected them, you know, until they were affected, until they felt like their life was in danger, they seen their life flash in front of them that they knew, and then came out and finally denounced Trump, and now want to enact the 25th Amendment. Where was this at his first year? Why weren't you guys talking about that his first year? You supposed to be professional and hold yourself at a certain standard working for the government and those top executive positions and levels. So they had to get to this point where people were climbing in windows and storming your meetings and your offices until they got into your personal space, that you knew that this guy was a danger to the country. Well, meanwhile, you know, they raided y'all offices and y'all meeting space and your private space. But meanwhile, black people been getting raided and killed in the midst of raids. Breonna Taylor, okay, and many more. Okay, Fred Hampton. Let's go back to that time, to the Black Panther Party, when they raided him, raided his apartment up in Chicago, and killed him. Let's talk about that. We had a little girl out in Detroit get killed in a raid. A young little girl. If I'm not mistaken, I think she was between, I'm not for sure certain on the age again. I think she was between the age of 7 and 9 years old. A no-knock warrant. You know what I mean? So, but these are things that have been going on, undocumented things. Now that everything is being documented because people have the phones, but there's so many stories that anybody around every inner city around this country, there's stories. But black people been getting houses raided and people killed and hurt, dragged out, locked up, locked away, right, wrong, or whatever. Dragged, lynched, beat, and murdered. Getting knees on their neck till they can't breathe. You seen this going on around the country. And you heard Trump's response in lieu of it. And no one said nothing. But now we supposed to care when you guys felt like your life flashed in front of you and you were in danger when you seen that mob of your own color raiding your meeting hall and your offices, putting their feet up on your desk, laughing, photo ops. But Black Lives Matter supposed to have been the issue, huh? Black people uniting and trying to march for a cause was an issue. Nobody was hearing that. So we supposed to hear y'all now? Nah. You know what this is? This is karma. You getting your own medicine. You getting a taste of your own medicine. It's coming from your own people. Your own people. Yeah. All my people been trying to do was get fairness. That's all we've been yelling for years. For years. For hundreds of years, yelling for fairness. Even when the laws were put in place for justice for all. Freedom and liberty. Even with that, we still weren't getting it and still don't get it to this day. But we gonna see now how fair y'all really is when cause the gun is pointed on y'all now by your own people. Nah, see, black people, we just been always trying to march, trying to get our fair rights, our just due, our recognition for work done. Not only in this land, but on this land. That's all. But it's just funny to me. You know, that's all that is. That's karma, man. You know what I mean? Y'all sat back and y'all watch these things happen. And another thing too, you know, what's so funny, man, throughout a lot of this stuff too, you know, I'm gonna throw some people in there too, my people too, because what's so funny is, even when our people was running around marching and stuff and protesting, you know, especially throughout these last 4 years, you know what's so funny to me, you know, is Michael Eric Dyson, where you at? You still out here trying to sell books and quoting Tupac raps, but y'all was kicking Obama back in. But I ain't hear you say a freaking thing about Trump. Not one time. I ain't heard a freaking thing about Trump. Not one time. Y'all come out and talk like y'all was talking so heavy on CNN, kicking Obama back in. And I ain't saying Obama was the best. He had his flaws. Of course, there's a lot of things he's supposed to have done. He should have done. You know what I mean? But at the same time, y'all know the cards he was dealt too. And y'all sat up there and kicked that man back in. You know, it was a crew of y'all. And it's so funny to me, man. It's so funny to me. Where all y'all speakers at now? Jesse Jackson was talking slick. But where you at now? It's so funny. But instead, you know, where your rainbow push at? Your rainbow coalition. It's so funny now. You know, y'all all ran and tucked y'all tail once Trump got in there. It's alright though for everything and all the crazy shit he been saying. But y'all, you know, there's a whole group of y'all that was kicking Obama back in, sitting on panels talking real greasy. You know what I mean? Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all was sitting on panels on national television kicking that man back in. But now when this guy come in, y'all ain't nowhere to be found. Y'all ain't saying nothing about him. But y'all had everything to say wrong when Obama was in there. It's amazing to me, man. It's amazing to me, man. Oh, man. It's amazing to me. And, you know, all I'm saying, man, is it's interesting. And I'm going to keep watching. and seeing, because see, a lot of them talking about like how it's all, you know, they talked yesterday and they sitting, and the Senate and the House spoke yesterday. They had their 5-minute speeches, and they sit up there, and it's like, now reality sets in when their life is in danger. You know, when they felt their life was in danger, rather. Now reality sets in. Now we say, oh no, there's enough is enough. And literally you had a lot of them up there talking that enough is enough. This is enough. Enough of this. Oh, so when was it gonna be enough?
Please fasten driver seat belt.
When was it gonna be enough? You know what I mean? What else y'all had to see besides yourselves? Besides you senators and the House speakers, reps and everything, when was it gonna be enough? What else you had to see besides what happened to y'all on January the 6th, 2020? Yeah, a whole mockery, because y'all let that happen. That's all that was. Like I said, the guns pointed at y'all now because y'all let that happen. Y'all let that man in there. Y'all knew that man wasn't fit for that job. I couldn't come and get no government job in DC on those grounds with no background, with no experience, nothing. I could not get it. And probably, you know what I'm saying, if I was Trump and I didn't, if I had those issues as Trump where I didn't pay taxes, y'all would definitely probably hold that over the average person's head. Is another reason why you can't get a job. But you let this guy come in and run the country. You know why? Because y'all all thought it was a joke. Y'all all wanted to laugh at something. Y'all all was testing and playing around. That's what the problem was. Y'all always testing and playing around with this country's money, this country's time, and this country's safety. That's what y'all did. Y'all played around with this country's time, money, and safety, and all of it was compromised, and all of it wind up in a bond. The money, the time, and the safety. The COVID happened. This guy didn't care. He could have jumped out in front of it. Obama and them set it up for him. He had everything he needed, and people in place. What'd he do? Fire everybody that had anything to do with Obama. That was his mission for his first year, pretty much. What happened? Then y'all had to spend more money. Y'all had to spend money for all of this to get that. Y'all rushed the vaccine that the dude Fauci claimed that it was going to be 18 months at the least before one get available. But now they rushed one out here and everybody can't even freaking use it. If you're allergic to if you got allergies, you can't use it. So who is it benefiting? Y'all rushed something out here, and you know why it got rushed? Because of Trump. So you spend money on something that's really not actually able to help the people, in a sense. Man, listen, man. Wasting time. He was a waste of time. He wasted 4 freaking years, man, and what country work got done? Nothing. But this is what happened, man. When y'all play around. I seen the same type of behavior in corporate America. Me working in corporate America, I seen the same behavior happen. I seen the same behavior happen. Just because they want to put who they want to put in a position, then when they put them in there and the person jack everything up, it ain't until the person jack everything up and have all the business screwed up, files all misplaced, and just things out of whack. The crew ain't in order, till top level want to say, okay, we gotta rearrange some things And then you want to put a person in place that was there the whole time, that knew the whole setup, knew how to run it, knew the people, knew how to do everything. Y'all overlooked them and put somebody else there because y'all thought it'd be a better fit. Y'all, it looked good for y'all until they screwed up. Then you come crawling back and want to get the person that was there the whole time that could have held it down. And where you lost 4 years, you could have been ahead 4 years. You feel me? So that's where we at right now, man. Hey, it's just a reality check for them. And sometimes people, you got people like Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell. These people are multi-millionaires. I think Mitch McConnell is his estimated gross is $22 million. That's not talking about his salary for working in the government. Nancy Pelosi like $84 million. That's not her salary neither, working in the government. That's not even talking about her salary working in the government. You know what I mean? So you got these type of people. First of all, they too old. They should be out of there. It's new. They should put new blood in there. There's people out here that has great ideas, young minds, fresh minds that can come in and help move this country. These people, you can't come with yesterday's thoughts trying to move the country today. Hence, that's why another reason why it took so freaking long for anybody, for the stimulus, for them to kick in with another stimulus. And then you got a person like Mitch McConnell. First of all, he's rich and he's old. Okay? And he out of touch. That you think $600 was going to we give $2,000. That's just fattening and lining the pockets of the rich. First of all, there's a cap on the money. So if you making over $200,000, you ain't gonna really get shit. So that's what y'all got in law. So what are you talking about? And who is it really aligning then, Mitch? Tell us. Let us know who's getting the money under the table. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Because if that's what you're talking about, then be clear about that. Because other than that, how the heck is $2,000? How you a multi-millionaire and going to say $2,000 going to fatten somebody's pockets? I'm confused, buddy. But you know what the problem is? You so out of touch. Because you from an era that you from the era that ain't want to give up nothing. Y'all been in them seats for daggone 40-something years. And Nancy Pelosi, you been given, you was given that spot in San Francisco. That was handed to you, pretty much. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Look it up. You know what I mean? Y'all see, look it up. It was pretty much given to her, how she got into the Senate. How she got where she at right now. It was given to her back in the 80s. You know what I mean? So, hey, man. These are the type of people we got. You can't have bulldogs. They ain't hungry. They tired. They old and tired. The bulldog, you gotta be hungry. They ain't no bulldogs. They don't even know what they was arguing about. Her, Mitch McConnell, about like was it really for the people? Just like last night, I finally heard him say, "Yeah, we gotta be for the people." Yeah, that's y'all job. Y'all are public servants. The people don't work for y'all, for the House and the Senate. Y'all work for the people. But that got lost in translation long time ago. Long time ago. And y'all still thinking everybody is ignorant out here. No, those people that rushed y'all offices and climbed up that building, no, they ignorant. Those are the real ignorant people. Okay? Those are the real ignorant people. Those are the people y'all think that the whole America was. Really, y'all did. No. So yeah, man, it was a reality check for y'all. Yeah, they got them out. They got their offices and got their meetings raided by their own kind. And now, the reality check. And it's too late now. You talking about kicking him out. You might as well keep him in there. Might as well just let him stay on in there. He stayed in there all of this time. Now you want to enact the 25th Amendment? No, keep him in there. Just let him go ahead and run it out. He stayed in there all of this time. I mean, y'all didn't think nothing when he called Georgia? Y'all didn't think that should have been... I mean, there was so many times the nail was in the coffin, but this guy, he got so many nails in the coffin, he should never be able to get out. You heard? But I you know, when he called Georgia and on the phone, and then he's so ignorant, you don't think they had you didn't know their phone was recorded? Trump didn't know their phone was recorded. That call was recorded. He didn't know that his own calls be recorded just because they don't leak it out to the public. Them calls are recorded. Where you think with the emails? With the emails when they all where you think the issue was with Clinton with the emails, with Hillary Clinton and the emails. The other, what was that? The Watergate, what was that? The Watergate, what was that? The scandals. What do you think those all about? So you don't think they tapping phones, man? You don't think they listen to his phone? He don't, especially him. He don't think they listen. If they ain't listen to nobody else's phone, Trump, your phone been tapped. If they ain't listen, they might have not tapped into other president. But your phone, Trump, your phone been tapped. You better bet that, Jack. And you just wait till you get out how much they gonna use against you when they drag you. That's why you were trying to run to Florida, because you know New York ain't messing with you no more. You can't go up there. That is a safety that is a safety hazard. You cannot go there. You knew it. That's why you tried to run to Florida. But yeah, man, I'm your boy Rashawn, man. This is Space Invaders. I just had to let that out and let y'all know that, hey, man, I'm on it. I'm paying attention. I'm seeing. Hey, man, and the gun is pointed at them now. You know, it was a reality check for the Senate and House speakers and everything that, you know, they had to. It took all of this for them to see. But he's out of there now. They might as well go and let him sit there. Ain't no list. It took all of this to happen for them, for a reality check, for their life to be, for them to feel like their life was in danger. But hey, man, I'm out, man, and I'm gonna talk to y'all. Hey, this your boy Rashawn. This is Space Invaders TV. Peace and blessing to all of y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend for real, man. You know, we had a good conversation over here. You know, I'm all about enlightenment, and each one teach one. You know, hey, chime in, man, and let me know y'all feelings. Until next time, peace and blessings.